is Large, hosting from the Good Shepherd's channel. Just going to be talking about the state of gaming, and starting from my left to right, we're going to introduce ourselves. Dr. Feelgood, what's up?
Hey, hey, what's up, everybody? Dr. Feel Good here. It's been a while. Glad to be on this podcast tonight. And lately, I've been playing that Crack Life, sorry, Fantasy Life. Um, Little Hyrule Warriors here and there, and I think tonight I'm gonna, go get back on some Crack Life after this is done with, good old Chef and maybe team up with Red Man. But yeah, I mean Red Fox. But yeah,
Red man.
Perfect
I got
timing, Gilligan, you're up.
Hey, and I'm just swimming through the water as a monkey.
What?
You probably know what game I'm playing.
Donkey Kong?
Donkey
Tropical
Kong.
Freeze?
Yeah,
Are the
not
new, are the
Tropical
old
Freeze,
ones
the original. Yep,
Donkey Kong Country, Donkey Kong Country 2.
the first one.
The original Donkey Kong on from back in the day. The original.
Oh, you mean the old,
Yeah.
the OG?
Super Nintendo.
Yeah,
The OG rare Donkey Kong Country that just
Does
came
it
out.
Oh, with Cranky, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, okay.
couple of,
Does it say rare in the intro, like in the beginning? Or they
yes,
cut that out?
yes. It's rare. It's the good old rare Donkey Kong Country.
Well, that's not
Back
the
when
original.
rare was good.
That's the reboot, but whatever.
No, it's not a reboot. It's the original Donkey Kong Country that he's talking about. So
Yeah.
Oh wow, you guys
everybody
are
with
that
Red Fox
confused.
is on board.
Anyways, Coupon, you're up.
Hello, hello. Yeah, I've been playing the trilogy to what is it? Phoenix Wright, and I'm still on that Hyrule Warriors. That's my crack. And I just discovered the Art of Balance, and it's pissing me off too. But it's fun. And that is all.
Okay, cool. Red Fox, you're up, sir.
Being in would be playing Fantasy Life, but I had to wipe all my info, so now I'm gonna have to do all of that. Getting stronger, all back. Just I'm mad. And finding out how bad I am at Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3 by playing the ones that I re-downloaded. So yeah.
you definitely don't want to go to Tropical Freeze, brother.
No, the thing is that my skills have atrophied. I can play Tropical Freeze and Returns, no problem. But old school, like I owned those games on SNES, and they're kicking my behind. I don't know why.
I've gotten pretty far into the first DK, the OG DKC. Like I'm already in Gorilla Glacier, that world, the ice world.
Hmm.
So yeah, I pretty much knows this game by heart. Well, except for the bonus stages, the bonus rooms. That I had to look it up.
Are we still on intros though, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
Yeah,
I'm like, all right, Mega, you're up.
Hi, how's it going? My crack right now is Mega Man Legends 2. So, and it's really addicting. So yeah.
Okay, Mr. T, what up, fool?
Hey, fools, Ms. T here, and I'm playing that Darksiders 2. I'm on the last boss. I got about 90 hours in on this game. I've been doing a lot of side questing. So I'm playing Hyrule Warriors as well, Super Smash Brothers, Wii U, Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, no doubt. Trying to finish up Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut. I'm doing a review on that, and on that 3DS. I'm in that Monster Hunter 4.
You're in the monster's crack.
You're as bad as me, ADHD, you everywhere, T.
I don't know what happened. I used to be able to just play a game and just focus on that, but now I'm like playing 10, 12 games at once.
Alright, cool.
I'm like that too.
Terminator, you're up.
What's up, everybody? It's Terminator Juice. I've actually cut back. I think I'm playing 3 games. Played a little Mario Kart 8 today. Smash for Wii U and 3DS, if you count those as the same game. Plays so nice on the new 3DS. And my crack is Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. I don't know how that wasn't everyone else's crack because I can't stop playing it. I got over 11 hours in, and I'm at about 60% through.
What a reason why could we playing other games, fool?
That's my girlfriend's game. I can't play it.
Yeah, I bought it for a girl too, but I don't play it.
Okay, you guys are doing the exact same thing the rest of the people out there want us to do. You're actually giving them ammo. Like, it's a game for girls or for kids.
No,
or,
I enjoy it. It's just it's at her house. I can't always be there.
Okay,
So.
back up.
Okay.
How does that sound?
Okay. Anyway, you guys are a hot mess. Just letting y'all know,
Seriously.
this is the Good Shepherd, and I've been playing Fantasy Life mainly for now. I play everything, but right now I'm just playing that crack life, no life, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, so much so people that he's actually falling asleep when he says he's gonna be right back.
Hey, you took too damn long.
Dude, I took 2 minutes, man. You were
Oh,
gone.
you
was
did
there that
die.
long.
It was like an hour, man.
Dude, it was 2 minutes.
Whatever. Anyway, we'll play later if you want. I just became a creator level paladin.
Ooh.
Yes, I am unstoppable. Anyways, we're talking about the state of gaming and all the drama going on. So basically, we're just gonna go from left to right, and everybody chip in their thoughts. So we'll start same deal, from left to right. Ken, just skip you for now.
The state of gaming.
Yeah, like
Well, that's kind of tricky. It depends on a perspective. From my perspective, and what I do in the games I play, state of the game is looking pretty damn good. You know, because I mean, I'm playing on a console that has plenty of damn fun games. Now, if you someone else, you play on a different system. Like I said, depends on what you're doing, what you have. It may not be looking too good, but overall, I can say it's not looking good because of the bad practices and things that are happening with some developers crying and some reviewers crying and yeah, move on. I don't want to get too negative.
okay. Gilligan.
Oh boy, where do I begin? You know, let's start with this whole new 3DS debacle. It's sad that we try to bring up theories or reasons why Nintendo didn't bring in the small new 3DS to the West. You can't do it without someone basically calling you a corporate slave or a fanboy or something like that. Even you're just pretty much stating up facts, And yeah, the Order 1886. Yeah, and I think one thing that really bothered me the most is when it's not really part of the drama really, but it's what I saw at Resident Evil Revelations 2 and what they did to raid mode. They pretty much turned raid mode into like some kind of freemium microtransaction fest type of game in terms of the mode. I know that seems random, but yeah, I didn't like it at all. And for that, it really turned me off from ever buying Resident Evil Revelations 2. And let's see. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay, cool. Miss Diva sitting on keyboards. I don't want to know why. I don't want to know how. But
because I have a wireless one.
Okay. Well, what do you think about the current state of gaming? Like your perspective.
From my perspective, I don't care what anybody is saying, doing. I'm just giving it up on all of it. I'm having a wonderful time with the games that I play with, the systems I play with, and that's just the end of it. I don't care anymore. Let the babies cry about whatever they cry about. Let them defend whatever they want to defend. I don't care. I'm done.
In the words of Games Rosa, yes, amen.
Right? Like, I'm just done. I pretty much have given up on... Actually, I've just given up on the state of gaming is how I feel about it. There's not much one person can do. And if all of us came together, maybe we could change the state of gaming. It is horrible, in my opinion. But if I allow myself to get too deep into all that, I'll get dragged down. And I don't want to do that. I just want to have fun. I want to enjoy my games. And if I get a bad apple or, here or there, then it's my own fault for not doing the research. And that's just the end of that. That's just how I feel about it. They're toys at the end of the day. There's nothing to be screaming about. We all have things to do in our everyday lives to worry about than be screaming about some games. So that's just where I
I'm
stand. I
pretty
don't
much
care.
on the same boat too.
Yeah, I just don't care.
Alright.
Praise the Lord.
Okay, Red, you're up.
Well, I mean, that was very, very interesting, and I could agree 100%. But there's the elephant in the room. This console racism, y'all. I mean, we can't be having.
Oh gosh, I was
Knew that was
hoping
coming. I was hoping someone would just not go there, but
We can't be having the mixing of the consoles. We can't be having Xbox mixed with Sony and Nintendo. What's wrong with
send
you?
all your hatred mails and whatnots to.
Hey, all I gotta say is separate but equal.
Oh God. Y'all a bunch of tards. Moving
Separate
on.
but equal.
But in all seriousness, no, just look. At the end of the day, it comes down to what you like to play. Do you enjoy what you play? If you enjoy Tetris, God bless you. I mean, I one of the first games I spent hours and hours playing religiously and had my Game Boy taken in school, Tetris. So I mean, look.
I want to add something to that.
I did too.
Yeah, Tetris. Yeah.
I mean, well, listen. This is the way I see it.
That teacher still has no Tetris.
When I played Donkey Kong Country back on the SNES, like when I played that game way back then, like that game was a surefire purchase for me. You know what I'm saying? It was a purchase for me. So I think it's wrong that Tropical Freeze didn't get the praise it deserved, last year.
God, Ken.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, that game is a purchase. I played that game back on the SNES, so it is definitely that fire on the Wii U.
You are lucky I can't reach through this screen and slap you.
Look, listen, all I'm saying is that these people need to stop. These people need to stop mixing these consoles together. We cannot have the
Okay,
mixing
moving
I
on.
really
Mega,
having
you're up.
consoles.
Are we really doing this?
Mega, you're up. You're done, Red.
Ugh.
Matter of fact, let's just go straight to Mr. T.
Unless he's there. Is
Oh,
he?
well. My God. Y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
hear
you
you.
go.
Okay. The state of my gaming is good. I just mentioned a bunch of games I'm playing. There's always a lot of banter about Nintendo fans being envious or being salty because they ain't getting this and that. Hey, I got an Xbox One. I ain't buying no garbage ass Evolve. I ain't buying that. I ain't buying no Destiny. I'm not missing those games. You know what I'm saying? So,
Amen to that.
that talk about I'm being salty and not being able to get these games. If I wanted them, I'd buy them. I don't want them. So I'm good over here on the Wii U and 3DS. It's beautiful over here.
Internet high five.
So, just like I said, the state of my gaming is gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
Alright, Terminator.
Is Mega there? Was that just Mega?
I think that was Mega.
Mega, you back?
You back?
Hello.
He turned his mic back on. So anyway,
Oh, right, yeah.
there he is.
There you go.
You want to go, Mega?
Mega delay.
Yeah, sure. Everybody who, let's see. Everybody who defends their little Lego toys with their life, and man, screw this. You're all stupid. All right, you just freaking play. I'm playing. Everybody else is playing. Really no reason to go out and just argue about because this guy's playing what. And the state, well, it is still going down. Every single day, I ask myself, should I ask that kid over there, does he know who Mario is? And yet I've had like 5 of them that don't even know. Let me see.
Wait, are
Yeah.
you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding.
I've had some.
They
Well, I
know
mean, I
what
know
Candy
people
Crush
hate
is.
on them.
They know what Candy Crush is.
They
Mhm.
know what Minecraft
They
is.
don't know, and they know what Minecraft is. But they don't know who. Some of them don't even know who Mario is yet. Of course, still got those people calling Metroid.
Samus
Mm.
You know what I mean? Samus Metroid.
Link, Zelda.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it really just go play, You know, who gives a frick? Just screw those people and just have fun. Because right now I'm just having fun with all my imaginative amiibo friends. Ain't that right, Mega Man? Yeah.
Amiibo.
So
Please tell me you didn't kiss him. Anyway, whatever.
I said, you know what? You don't know what that is?
Sounds
No.
like a kiss to me.
Oh my
That
god.
sounded like a kiss to me. I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. Whatever.
Okay, where? Oh, okay. Thank you for the visual.
Still doesn't make sense though.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah. And you
He
just
was sucking his.
and-
He was sucking his teeth, basically,
Oh.
Yeah.
like that.
Fucking my teeth.
Oh,
Yeah. It's
okay.
like disappointment, right?
Yeah, but I never heard anybody do it
That's
twice. But
I've
whatever.
never seen him do it that way. Yeah.
Yeah,
See, just once, but anyways. And you look like a serial killer, by the way. So I just want to let you know that you're a great person, and I think you're awesome. Don't
Give
kill
him
me.
some,
Don't worry.
and some Snickers.
I'm coming for you very soon.
Send him a comb.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, you need a comb. No, he needs a. Anyways.
I'm still with my
Terminator.
morning hair.
All right.
I'm
I think most people were
Juice.
thinking. Most people were thinking the gaming community when they answered their question or gave their answers. I'm thinking more of the state of the actual gaming people making the games and the mindset. We can live in a bubble and say everything's peachy and awesome because I have a 3DS, I have a Wii U, and I have a PC. I would challenge anyone to name a better combination of gaming systems to get everything that you want to play. So I mean, yeah, I'm loving all the games I'm playing, and I'm happy. But that doesn't change the fact that there's some really scary trends going on. Like Gilligan said, with microtransactions, we got episodic games, free-to-play garbage. We got more people playing on their cell phones than on games. Consoles playing Kim Kardashians and Candy Crushes and all that crap, and then you got all these games focusing on storytelling and mature. Like you got Naughty Dog saying they don't want to make kiddie games or games for younger audiences anymore, and it's just like, to me, that the more realistic they try to make these games, the less like games they become, and the more like
The less
movies and
imagination.
yeah, we talked about this in my Juices Loose podcast, where there's no creativity needed when you have all this money and all this advertising. All you have to do is make a good-looking game, and the creativity that it takes, like an indie studio, to come up with something to get people's attention is just gone. And you got annualized franchises. Like I predict Far Cry will be the next annualized franchise from Ubisoft, and then Watch Dogs would probably be in 2 years will be annualized. And it's just like, that scares me because that only leads to a big fall or something. Nintendo will probably be fine. They'll probably keep doing what they're doing, but it's just, to me, it's got me concerned overall, like the overall outlook of the video game industry, the way people seem to listen, and this is getting into the community and the gamers, like they're worried about what people think more than just enjoying games, and that to me is scary. I don't care what games or how happy you are, that's got to scare you, that people are more worried about what someone thinks of what games they're playing than actually just playing the games they love. So I'm just a little bit concerned about where it's heading, the whole industry.
Well, just to add to that, I can honestly say I agree, because to me, there is no creativity in reality. Like, trying to make things realistic, that's too easy.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing difficult about that. You just go outside, take a few pictures, and render it in a computer in 3D with some software. That's easy. But creating the worlds we used to see in Final Fantasy and all these other wonderful games out there, like even the idea of Splatoon itself, taking basically a child playing with Nerf guns and adding paintball to it, even that has more creativity than most of the shooters out there. When you see these beautiful worlds and Zelda and things like that, sometimes you wonder, like who the hell came up with this?
Mm-hmm.
And the best thing that comes to mind as a prime example is actually in film. I'm pretty sure Mr. T can agree, but like when it comes to Avatar, when I watched the making of that, and James Cameron, like, he just hired like a group of like some of the best artists he could he knew about worldwide, and just told them to go in the room and go crazy. He didn't tell them, I want this, or that. He just simply said, I want you to draw the most creative thing you can think of. and they did this for months. And what you see in the movie is like the expression of their creativity that just come to fruition. Like they turn into something real, and to me, you can't get any better than that. I love games that offer something that I can't get in life, not something that's a simulation of what I already have or what I've already experienced. Like I'm sorry, but I've seen. We all see the news. We see people get shot and soldiers die. It's like that's easy. But the last time I saw Aeon was never. So
Yeah,
with
just
that said,
Here's the reason I didn't get into all that. I could have brought that up, but the thing is that I'm on my Wii U and my indie thing right now. So like the industry to me is like I lost faith in third parties for the most part after the 6th generation. Like that's it, just it. And we could take this back to Naughty Dog, where they're saying they're not going to make kiddie games anymore because they have to have an imagination for quote unquote kiddie games. Like Jack and Dexter, you have to create this world. That's not, like you said, you can't go outside and photograph it and then just come in and render it in a computer. You have to come up with these worlds and these creatures and all that stuff, and that takes imagination and time. And these guys don't want to do that. They want to give you a cinematic experience, and it's,
That's like a dirty word.
I just have one concern though.
Can I?
Dirty word.
Yeah, I have one concern though. It's like none of these developers are or publishers are geared. It doesn't seem like anybody's like targeting younger audiences at all to bring them into the gaming, world, community, whatever, to grow up in gaming how we did when we were younger. It's like they don't.
They actually are targeting the younger audience.
I know what you're about to say, but I'm talking about in the sense of how, I don't know, it's just in the creative sense of how we grew up. It's like the younger audience is being brought in through this realism crap, and they miss out on that fanciful stuff that we're used to growing up with, all the weirdness and craziness and the fun games that were out there. And I'm not saying games now aren't fun, but to a certain extent, it just seems like kids are, in gaming and everything, and they're growing up with all this like realism and adult and real mature stuff, but it's geared toward adults. You have to be honest. It's geared specifically toward teenagers and adults. They're not thinking about younger, the real younger audiences. And you got parents who don't pay attention to their kids anyway, so they just buy them a game, not caring about it being in for mature or teen or whatever, and give it to their kid to play, and that's just how it is. And so they grow up with this, this is an adult's game. I'm an adult, and it's just so sad. Poor kids just missing out on some awesome experiences.
That's why they're playing Minecraft and
mobile games. I have a question though for all of you. How many of you guys missed the box art fantasy? How many of you guys missed the box art fantasy where way back in the day, if you were around then, where the best idea you can get about a game before you bought it was basically the box art.
Yep.
And that stuff made your imagination run wild.
That was a scary time.
Yeah, that was true. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't get that today.
Because that right there, that small picture that you got front and back was all you had to imagine how fun that game was. Yeah. And it could have been garbage, but for the most part, your imagination ran wild because you never knew what it was going to be like.
Well, sometimes they tricked you because anyone here ever played Phalanx?
No.
Phalanx is a shoot 'em up.
Oh, I've heard about
But
that.
the cover art of it is some dude with a long beard playing the guitar. Like, you gotta take a chance on that's rolling the dice, man. That's crap.
I mean, but back in the day, it was a hit or miss, and it is what it was. It was what it was. But I mean, now you have all this information going around, and I don't understand how you can have a miss with all that information and make it an informed decision. But
I have to say that bugs me out. Because hold on. In regards to where we get all this information, we go these in-depth reviews. You point out how broken these games are, yet people still purchase them.
Exactly.
But that's also part of the problem, in my opinion, because
the gamers, we ourselves are.
I mean, but to me, too much information is
bad.
how we hype ourselves up for something that's not hype worthy.
Yeah.
Well, of course, part of the
that's
excitement
part of the problem.
is not knowing.
Exactly, and it used to be that your best source of information was that once a month game magazine.
Yep.
And basically, if you wanted information more often than that, you have to subscribe to multiple game magazines. I personally had about 4 of them coming to my house: Game Pro,
Game Pro,
EGM,
Game
EGM2,
Fan,
and Video Game.
Yep.
Something.
I just had a friend who just gave me all the information from their magazines. I didn't have that kind of.
I just went and read them at the store. I just sat in the
Yeah,
store
that
for
too.
a half hour.
That too.
That too.
Cheap bastards.
Can I
Whatever.
add
I
something?
save money.
Hey, it's not. No, I was
My
just
allowance
poor,
on that.
straight up. I'm not even gonna pretend. I was poor.
Look, not everybody could afford
I was
those
poor
those,
too.
those
I had a friend
subscriptions.
who just had to have money.
Well, to be honest, I couldn't afford them either. I subscribed. They send you like 2 or 3, and then they say pay up, but I didn't have the money all the time.
Well, I didn't even have that. Yeah. It was like asking, it's like, hey, I want Nintendo Power. No, okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Jill.
Bunch of
Yeah.
frauds.
Back to what Mr. T said about Naughty Dog, saying they're not making cartoon style games anymore. You know, I kind of find it sad because Jack and Daxter is the happy medium. Is a more serious franchise than Crash Bandicoot will ever be, but yet it still has that animated style that is very memorable and stuff like that. You know.
You know what's funny about that game, though? It started off light, airy, and fun and cheerful, and then Jak and Daxter 2 is when it got dark.
Yep. Got
So you
real
can see
dark.
the direction that it went to.
Yeah, but even though it got dark,
It still was good, though. It was still good.
It was dark, but it's still because you had Daxter, the sidekick character, who kind of lightened it up.
Right.
He lightened it up for the whole thing. But I mean, you look at Naughty Dog's games now. I mean, Nathan Drake shooting up tons of people.
Yeah,
And,
but it just kind of shows the direction that the company was going
yeah.
in their video games. If you look at all the video games of most of these franchises, it shows where their direction was going from start to finish. You can see Naughty Dog started off light, airy, fun, cheerful. A lot of their games, and now a lot of their games are dark. Then some of their games got dark, and then now they're just making realistic type shooter, you know, gritty, whatever the heck's. And it's just sad that that's how it goes.
It's interesting to think
That's
of
what else.
that they started that long ago going into their more mature ideas, even with Jak and Daxter. I mean, in retrospect, we can see it now where they were going to end up, but it's kind of funny. But yeah, I made a point. We were talking about that game kind of went dark, but still felt good. I think it was Ubisoft made the Prince of Persia series. The Sands of Time was just an amazing game with humor and dialogue and just great platforming, and then they come out with the Warrior Within or whatever it was, and
got
it was,
dark.
it wasn't even the same game anymore. It's like, why? I just don't. It's like they sucked people in with what they thought would help, like, be mass appeal, and then their second game, like, all right, this is what we really wanted to make, you know, and it's like, I don't know.
How good is that franchise today?
Yeah.
Where is it?
I didn't find the.
Oh wait,
the
it's
one
called
on-
Assassin's Creed now.
I was gonna say, isn't that Assassin's
It's
Creed?
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. But Prince of Persia on the 360, the reboot was actually a really cool game where you couldn't die, but it's still this spiritual woman would like grab you if you're about to fall. But it didn't.
You know,
It didn't challenge. It didn't take away the challenge of still trying to navigate, and it was just a really great game. But no one bought it, so then they tried. Then they gave up on it. So
you know what I say this about the whole games starting from being bright and cheerful to really dark and gritty. You know, we're not to the audience. We're not saying that we don't like dark elements. We do like dark elements if it's used correctly. Like a lot of Nintendo games, really, especially when it comes like to the Mario RPGs and the Zelda games. You know.
I mean,
there's a way to add.
Straight up, I just like
I'm okay with
variety.
dark elements.
That's
I
the
just don't like
problem.
dark elements and dark colors.
I want variety.
I
Plain
can't see
simple.
where I'm going.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
you play a
Tomb Raider.
game.
I can't see where I'm going at Tomb Raider.
That's why you have flashlights and torches with most of your characters
See,
carrying
that
around.
was below the belt. You know what? The whole flashlight thing. I will say this, and this is very ironic. In those games, these dark games, they give you a flashlight that really doesn't do much, but yet in Captain Toad, as bright and as colorful as that damn game is,
You still have a flashlight.
you have a flashlight, and sometimes I'm like, why did Nintendo give me this damn thing?
There's one level where you need
There's some
it.
areas
level
where
where
it's
you can-
actually dark.
It comes in handy, yes. They do make use of it, but when I noticed I can cut that damn thing on and off on the brightest levels, I was like, really, Nintendo? Really? These details is too much. I got an
I
on
can
button.
turn it off. Click. Yeah, it took a while for me to figure out you could actually turn that off. I was like, oh, I didn't know that.
I hated that. I didn't hate, but I didn't like that all the buttons were the run button, like to turn
Yeah.
off
Right,
your
yeah, that was
headlight was run. The grab the turnips was run. It's like just make a run and make a grab button.
Yeah,
Like,
that-
buttons
why?
on there. There's enough buttons you can make that. So
Yeah.
That really
Good
annoyed me.
But you know what? That's that simplicity. Is so simple yet effective, because in that game it was about running.
It took me till I was done with the game. Someone's like, "Yeah, you can hold the ZR or just the R button, one of them."
R button. I think it's the R button.
Just the R, and you can actually run with that, and then turn the camera with your thumb. I was trying to use like Y to run, and then like stop running to turn the camera. Like
I knew about that. Yeah, I've been using that for
I
a
was
while.
so mad after I beat the game, and
Like,
someone's
skip
like,
this
"Yeah,
game.
I made it so much easier, so much more like intuitive."
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It's just sad how things are today. I just kind of feel for some of the younger gamers out there, or soon-to-be gamers out there, because they just really they honestly don't understand the essence of gaming. And it is fun. It's supposed to be about fun and letting your imagination go wild, and just, just like you said with the box art stuff, you see a box art and you're just like, oh my god, I know this game is going to be like this and this, and it's nothing like how you thought it was going to be at all, but you had fun dreaming that stuff up.
And here's what's cool about the box art is that the box art is actually starting to come to life. It's starting to be the game. If you look at like the Zelda, I think it's Zelda 2's box art, where like Link is standing on a cliff and he's looking over, and it's very reminiscent of that shot that Miyamoto and Anuma had in the reveal of when they were playing it at the Game Awards. Him standing over that cliff, it looked very similar to that. I was like, wow. So that's kind of cool.
Well, you know what? And to touch on what Coupon said about feeling bad about the younger generation of gamers, I would have to agree. And the reason why I agree with that is because of what a certain developer said about making games easier.
Would it be
I won't go into much detail on that. You guys can kill it if you want to. But to me, I was like, I said, are you kidding me? So now you're actually going to pacify gamers that basically complain about a game being too difficult.
Yeah, because games are too hard now.
to make it more accessible?
They're too hard. They're too difficult. I mean, that's the whole point about a game, is that it's not supposed to be
Trial
easy
and
to
error.
start. Yeah,
It's about trial and error.
you get up to that level, and
Building
then
your skill.
once you build your skills, it's like, every game's like that. You start out, it's like, this game's kicking
And
my
that
behind.
is the epitome of a hardcore gamer. Someone who gets their skill up in a game that they love to play. They're going to fail, and they keep trying, and they keep trying, and keep trying until they master that game to a level that nobody else can get to. That is a hardcore gamer.
Yep.
I mean,
Just
if
so
you
y'all
want
know.
to play Mike Tyson Punch Out, I mean,
Oh my
Try to
god.
I mean, even using the code to go straight to him, it did not help you.
Because you still had to beat him.
That's how it was back in the day. You played a Konami game like Contra or
Life Force.
Life Force. You played any of those games, you were gonna die a lot in the beginning, but by the end, once you got really good at it, it's like, man, I don't need no Konami code.
It was like the frustration level. It was like you would have that rage moment where maybe, I don't know if some of y'all did this, but I would throw my controller every once in a while. In the game. You had that
I would
rage
swing
quit
it like
moment.
I always
spin
felt
around
like
and smash it on the ground.
Yeah, you'd just be like, but once you finally got past that obstacle, it was rewarding. It wasn't that you had to unlock something. It wasn't that you did get something. It was just that, yes, I got past it. Let's keep going.
wasn't for a trophy.
It wasn't for
I
a trophy
always-
or any of that. Like,
I remember that Goro moment on Mortal Kombat. The first time I fought him, I was like, man, what the hell? This dude ain't even being stunned by my stuff.
I always had felt like like breaking my handhelds or my controllers or my TV because of how freaking hard some of these games I played are, or something really frustrating. But it is very satisfying when you actually beat a certain level or a certain boss.
Oh God.
And
There was-
let me
much today.
add.
Go ahead.
And let me add you about that. People had ragged on Nintendo with doing this whole super guy thing or bringing the white Tsuniki suit in the latest Mario games. But at least it was an option to use it. It's not like
You don't gotta take it.
and it shows if you took it, then you don't have the sparkly stars in
That's
your
right.
save file, so it lets people know.
Yeah,
So-
exactly. And yet people make such a big deal about it, which I can sort of understand. But again, it was an option. But what EA, I believe it was EA who has said that, trying to make it easier, they're gonna force the players to play it that way. The game handholds you like legit, like friggin' Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom, like literally holds your hand.
I would say this to anyone out there. Nintendo are some sneaky bastards. The reason I say this is because their games may appear to be easy in the beginning,
Yeah, they start that way.
but once you get maybe, I would say about halfway, maybe a little bit past
Level
it,
6 is
and you start getting big-headed like, oh man, this is a
I
little too
got
easy.
this.
Then that very next level, you're like, man, I need to go back to the drawing board. Because
Yep.
even my wife would cheer when she beats a level, and she's like, yeah, I beat this hard level finally. Oh man, I'm missing 4 stars. Guess what?
I
Yeah, you
mean-
beat it, but you completed the level, but you didn't necessarily beat the
Yeah,
level.
you didn't get everything, but I would say I think that's missing from a lot of games is the reward of beating a level or something on your own, like just achieving that and feeling the reward, the personal reward with that. I think all these other games don't provide that. Like I always go to Far Cry when I look at hand-holding. Far Cry 3, I want to change the name to Yellow Arrow 3 because everywhere you need to go, there's a yellow arrow on your screen telling you every step of the way which
It's
direction.
terrible.
When you get to the story mode, it's just a yellow arrow. You get to the yellow arrow, and then another yellow arrow appears in the distance, and you go to that. And it's like, what? Why is this an open
You know
world?
what's funny?
Why? Like,
That's a similar thing with Ironfall too. When I was playing the demo of it,
oh yeah,
it's like it just gives you the yellow arrow and leads you to those locations, which I hope that you can turn them off.
It's
at
very
least.
generic, that game.
yeah.
They
But
did
yeah, I
what
think
they
it's
could.
just. I think the kids,
Yeah, I
like
mean-
I'm saying, my nephew plays Minecraft and all these stupid. There's one where you just like swipe his touch screen to like catch dollar bills that are falling. He's like, yeah, I got like $2 billion. I was like, what do you do? He's like,
What?
and you just swipe your finger back and forth on the screen as,
Yeah,
as
what do you
money
get
falls.
for it?
And like that's the gameplay, sliding your finger back and forth as
Wow.
fast as you can to get his money. And it's like,
Does he still have any fingerprints left?
yeah, and it's like that's the type of games they're learning on, and then the next thing they want to play is Call of Duty, and it's like, and those games walk you through the single player campaigns are so mind-numbingly boring, like there's nothing you have to do. So then he started playing Zelda: Link Between Worlds, and he couldn't even get to the first temple because he didn't know how to like you get a bomb to blow up a rock. Like he didn't know that, and he's 11 years old and he's a smart kid, and he just no games before then had made him think about what he had to do.
Yeah,
I
and
think
Wow.
that's
that's
what's
missing.
missing in a lot of games today
Oh,
is
yeah.
the element of actually using that thing in your head that we use from time. What's it called? Brain. Yeah, using that. It's just you miss out on a lot of that, and I don't understand what's wrong with games today not letting you use that.
Who needs that?
But you know what, though?
Dumb gamers.
But
For a
the
long
fact-
time,
but-
they accused
Everybody just wants
video.
that game that you could just put in and you just mindlessly play. You don't have to think about it. And
Call of Duty.
You
Oh,
remember when
stop it.
when we were kids, there was all this worry about video games are melting your mind and making you
Mhm.
dumber. That might be the case.
Yeah. That's what they're doing now.
I'm gonna say today, yeah.
Let me
Yeah,
tell you
back
this.
then
this
they were
is-
actually educating.
Right. So
well, you know what? To touch on what Terminator Juice said moments ago about being rewarded for learning a game, I sorely miss unlocking things by progressing through the game.
Me too.
This is a reference to DLC, of course, but I miss, playing through a game and unlocking a certain character, a certain mode. It can be extra colors.
You mean instead of buying it? What?
Exactly. I mean, I miss that. Don't get me wrong. I think some DLC practices are cool, but I think most today in gaming overall are just crap. And the prime example is Speed Pants. All right. Prime example.
Pre-order
I
bonuses.
I'm sorry, but I really, really do miss, and I think Smash Brothers it helps with this. It's one of the few games that still does it. How as you play the game more and more, you unlock trophies, you unlock more characters, more
It's
movies, things like that,
funny.
move sets.
I haven't unlocked everything in pretty much all the Smash Brothers games. Well, mainly with Melee and Brawl and Smash 4, because there's so much to unlock. There's still some
I don't
trophies
think
I
anyone
have
has.
yet to unlock.
I don't think anyone has ever unlocked everything in Brawl.
Somebody has. Somebody has.
Somebody.
There's always one
Yeah.
person at least.
Somebody has, but
Yeah, a tenth of the whole gaming population. There was one or two people that really did devote 10,000 hours to Brawl to get everything.
It's 100 of
Yeah.
100 of 100.
One of the-
Get it correct.
One of the games that had that best, at least for me, back in the day was Star Fox 64.
Yep.
Yeah, you could beat Star Fox 64 in about, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, if you want to run through it or whatever. But the real game was getting those gold medals on every world and getting the real ending instead of fighting that fake Andros at the end. You fought the real Andros. So you had to fight, the Super Star Wolf, because they come back with new and improved ships on that last planet. I can't remember the last planet name, but that was just that's a feat right there. I mean, you just feel like you accomplished something, because literally because you can play through a level and it's called mission complete, but you don't really beat that level until you get the mission accomplished, and that's when you got all you shot enough ships down and you got the gold medal and you went the right path and all that stuff. So
You know what? A game that my wife played like that, and she's actually much better than me as of right now, was the first game on the Wii U, the Nintendo Land, the Zelda's Battle Quest. Once she got hooked on that game, there was seriously 10 and 12-hour play sessions with her. I had to sit by and watch, of course, but literally she would not move on to the next level until you could beat the level. That's the easy part, I mean, for most of them, but they had a challenge of beating the level without being hit. Now, that's when it got really, really, really frustrating. Like, I want to throw my gamepad over the building frustrating. And I watched her
Yeah,
so many
for the
times
cheap
let out
shots.
so many F-bombs because she got to the very end and a boss guy in a cheap hit. And
Gotta
when you spend 5 minutes going through a level like that, 5 to 10 minutes, and then you've been perfect, and you get to the end and get hit again, and you have to start all the way over from the beginning, the easy
hell
part
no.
to the hard, you get pissed.
Yeah.
Bayonetta, you trying to get them platinums?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
The pure
God.
platinums,
No,
you
the
get-
pure platinum.
Yeah, the pure
Pure
platinum. You trying to get
platinums.
the pure platinums, and you handling that level. You get to the boss and you get a cheap ass hit on you. Oh damn!
Well, on
Gotta
Third
start
Climax, what's his name, Baldo or whatever. I got on Chapter 4 on Third Climax. I had pure platinum on the first 9 or 8 verses. I get to him, first stage of him, I got a pure platinum. Go to the next stage, I couldn't even touch him without dying. Like I went from getting pure platinums to I couldn't even get to the next point, and I had.
You couldn't even get a rock.
Oh, I was so pissed. I mean, you can back
Didn't
out.
even get,
You can hit start and back out to the title screen, and it'll resume right there. I did that a few times, and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna keep playing him. I died like 4 or 5 times, continues, and end up with a stone medal. I was so mad, but that's what game is about.
Can I add something here? Like, let me. This is going back to the whole mobile gaming thing. This is why I just distaste, or I basically detest mobile gaming, because a lot of these mobile games that I've seen are nothing but these mindless little simplistic games that really don't don't make you think. They're not all that creative.
Mm-mm.
It's like
They're loading screens, basically.
yeah, they're just glorified loading screens. Yeah, it's sad that you.
I'm sorry, but Tekken 3 had better loading screens.
Oh snap!
Okami on the PS2 had better loading screens.
Yeah, that's definitely a problem, I think, and it's only getting worse because the smartphones are just everywhere now. Everybody I know has a smartphone now,
Yeah.
and it's like, and then
when I saw Sega, announcing Sonic Runners, it's like, oh, and then they're
What?
saying that, yeah, Sonic Runners is another friggin' Sonic mobile game, and it's
Ugh.
just like Sonic Dash, but it's in 2D,
it's
basically.
like the game Runners, right?
No,
But with-
it's like Castle Run with Sonic skin.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, like,
but they, that at least Sonic's going fast. I mean-
Seriously, Sonic is. Wait. You mean to tell me Sonic has been reduced to a mobile game now?
Yeah,
That's
it's a
how
runner.
far. That's how far
That's-
you have.
That's
That
old.
he has fallen.
That ain't
That's-
that's old.
He needs to go. Sonic needs to go back to the drawing board, though, I
Sonic
think.
needs to go to Nintendo so he can be done right. Like, I'm tired of seeing him being treated so freaking.
The last time Sonic was done truly right was when they actually re-released Sonic Adventure for the GameCube.
Adventure 2, I think.
Yeah, like, can we do another
First
Sonic
Adventure
Adventures
2,
or something? Hell, I'll even take another Sonic Generations. It was at least that was decent. Something that Sonic is
Well,
good
I
at.
love Colors and Generations.
Generations was
pretty
great to me.
And Lost World was pretty good too.
I haven't played that yet. I still have it
Lost
right here
World was
looking at it.
Okay.
Yeah, they're controlled.
Lost
They
World
tried
was
to do
not
3D
complete.
World though. They tried to do like a Mario 3D World with
Galaxy
them on that.
Really. They
Nah,
tried
just-
the Galaxy.
They wrote it precise enough. Like you would stop and he'd still kind of walk a little bit.
And
It's
then-
like with tight up controls.
And you would just
Okay.
die, and it wouldn't even let you know.
Yeah, you wouldn't even know. Just like
All of a sudden,
With Sonic, look,
Sonic.
my God, Sonic Boom, Sonic. That's what I named him.
Sonic
Actually,
the hodgepodge.
all right. With Sonic, all you gotta look. This is what Sega got to do. Okay,
Let go of Sonic.
look look at the Sonic Unleashed daytime stages. All right,
Only.
look at that,
Go
and
with
just
it.
do it. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
those
it.
were bad. Those were badass stages. Those daytime
How
stages.
hard is it? He was going faster than any other Sonic game.
Is that 2D or 3D? I don't remember.
3D.
It's a 3D one, Sonic Unleashed.
Oh,
if
yeah.
they want to do
Yeah.
3D, you're right, those daytime stages. But if they want to go 2D, just go back to Sonic 1, 2, and 3, or the latest Sonic CD. Just that's it.
Well, I mean,
That's
the man, who's the Godfather? Is it Yuji Naka? That
Yuji
makes Sonic?
Naka.
I mean, he ain't there.
I
know,
don't care. Look. If you want to be a good filmmaker, you film. They made you watch films from people who were considered good filmmakers.
Right.
If you want to be a good writer, you have to read the works of
They
great
don't do that.
writers. If you want to make good games,
Red.
They don't do that in gaming, Red.
You're missing T's point. Just like Final Fantasy has not been the same since
Right.
Hironobu Sakaguchi left. It don't matter how much you knew him, how much you worked with him.
Right.
He was in most cases the executive producer and director of those games.
Right.
Just
And
like
see,
if Kamiya
here's the
left.
thing. Here's the thing. That that should be the case. You should be nurturing like up and comers, and they should be learning from the best. But the only company that I know that does it is Nintendo. They're the only ones that nurture their game designer from within, and they grow up and they become Aonuma. They take on something that they take on a franchise that wasn't theirs, and they still do amazing things with it.
Yep.
And you got these Splatoon guys coming up. They're going to be taking on Mario someday. They're going to be taking over those franchises. So Nintendo is the only company that does that. Everybody else does this assembly line thing where you got 1,000 people working on the damn game, and everybody does their little part, and that's it, and they ship it out. There's no nurturing.
And that's what's going on with Smash Brothers right now. Like,
Right.
it will be his last one from how he's been talking, but the team is already in place to continue if that's the case.
You'd
That's
hope
right. These
so.
people have been nurtured on this franchise for 12 years.
Mhm.
Oh, and
What do they
another
call
thing,
that in,
don't do year-to-year franchises.
Yeah.
Please.
Well,
No.
Started
Take your time and develop the game.
Started that.
Give it at least 2 to 3 years,
The person
please.
that started that really really and truly, it took a break from what I can recall. Then it came back in the form of Call of Duty.
Call
But
of Duty, yeah.
no, I think Capcom started it.
When? What they do?
The Street
Yeah,
Fighter.
but it wasn't every
Yeah,
year.
you're right.
They started with
that's true.
Street Fighter 2, and then 2 Turbo, and then Super, and then
Yeah,
Oh
but
yeah, I guess so.
I agree with you, but I mean, here's the thing: there were still upgrades being done. Like the first Street Fighter 2 had what, eight
Yeah, but look where Street
characters,
Fighter is now. Let's just
8
look at what
playable
it is now.
characters. Yeah, it's ridiculous now. It's
So
ridiculous.
there you go. That was a bad plan. So we're done with that topic. Moving on.
You want to talk about
Excellent.
throwing controllers? Back in the day, one of my friends was the most trollish person. He would take Dalzim and do his slide. Like
Oh
his down,
god.
and he'd do that over and over and over. And my other
Okay.
friend threw a chair at him. So
okay, that's not
Chair
That's
thrown.
beyond raging, man. That's like violence.
that's what happens when someone is such a
We don't do
douche
shots
for
fired no more. We just
over and
throw
over.
chairs.
But
No,
Those
Street Fighter
spammers,
2
those
is-
spammers.
Street
It's
Fighter
like-
that's like playing certain people in Smash where they grab you over and over. And I'm not gonna name him, but he runs a website that I'm a part of his network.
That reminds me of an episode.
He loves to grab.
Shots fired. Shots
Wow,
fired.
that
He
reminds
loves
me
to
of that
grab.
episode of on Boondocks where they just threw the chair and everybody started fighting or whatnot. Like,
I
just
remember
throw a
that
chair in the
episode.
crowd and everybody starts fighting.
I'm just playing Francis. I mean, I know that's your playstyle. I just don't like grabbing, and to me that reminds me of the Dalzim slide on Street
Yeah.
Fighter 2. So
Yeah.
Cheap,
It's
yeah,
a
that was-
technique, like what's that called? In shooters, what you call it, your
Camping.
Camping.
Yeah.
Camping.
Wow, Captain,
People in
Quick
corners.
scoping.
I hate it. I hate it.
Camping
But,
right
you know,
here.
I hate it, but it's a technique. So
It's still technically a technique.
It is a place.
I can feel good knows
It's in
about
there.
that.
It's useful.
I had
It's
a
in the
friend.
game. It's in the
I had a-
game. I'm
It's
gonna
in the
do
game.
it.
It's not cheating.
Yeah, I had a friend
that?
when he got the newest version of Super Street Fighter back in the day. The one that had like all the characters, like 14, 16 characters, whatever. And he like most people didn't know you could do the down block for lower attacks. And he'd play as M. Bison and do that slide kick and just kill everything. Oh god, I hate that.
Yeah, there was times you couldn't even land like in the vicinity of that, and it would hit you.
Yeah, it was
So bullshit. You could be
like,
kicking,
You evil.
coming down with a drop
So
kick, and you'd
now
still
would be a
he would
bad
hit you.
time for me to tell you all that I used to love using Chun-Li's stomp, and I used to be able to chain that forever.
Who?
Her little
Charlie-
stomp,
Charlie-
Oh yeah.
so I would stomp, and every time they try to break out, I'll do
Oh,
a break kick,
yeah, that.
and then I resume the stomp again.
I've never had that desire to do this.
But you gotta
something
time
over
it
and over
right,
and over.
though.
I just,
That actually takes skill, though. That's
I'm
not
sure,
just
but I've
sliding.
never had that desire to just do the same thing over and over and over.
Yeah,
and
I
over.
always
I guess I
wondered.
don't have that winning killer instinct.
No, I did it to piss off my big brother because
You
he's
don't have
me
the
with Ken.
instinct.
My brother is
The
awesome
killer
with Ken, so I have to play cheap with him sometimes.
But that's all good stuff, though. I mean, those things don't happen if you don't have good games and you're playing them with friends. You know, these stories don't even exist if there wasn't like good games, you know, for us to play with our
So-
friends and stuff.
I have a question.
We have answers, maybe.
What do you think gaming will look like? Oh, I don't know. Let's say maybe 10 years from now. We'll still all be gaming, right? I assume.
I
I'm
will.
gaming as long as I have my hands and
Okay,
fingers.
let's just say we get into the next generation. What do you think gaming will look like? Will it
It's
improve?
gonna-
Will it get worse? What's
It's
gonna
gonna look. It
gonna look
depends
the
on
same.
who you're
What
talking about.
systems are gonna be here?
DualShock
what systems,
5.
you know, all that.
It depends on what systems you're talking about because you're talking
Like,
about Sony and
all of them.
Microsoft. It's gonna be PS.
PlayStation Stream 5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be a streaming device for Sony. Xbox, I think they're going to drop the Xbox entirely. But
Let's
this,
go to PC.
I think
this
I
could be
think
a good
Nintendo's
thing.
gonna
Yeah,
actually
they're going
bring.
to go strictly PC, but they'll
I
stop
think-
money hatting. So third parties are going to
No, they won't.
shit bricks. Yeah, because
No,
they're
no,
gonna
no, no.
be, they're gonna be a
I
moot point.
think Nintendo's gonna find a way to bring Zelda to us, bring the Zelda world, and put us in it somehow. I think that may be something that may
Nah,
happen
not
in
10
10,
years.
15
Maybe
years.
30 years.
30, 20 to 30 years, not 10 years.
I'm not gonna think that highly of Nintendo just yet, but they might give it to us, but not anytime this.
Yeah, they'll be,
Yeah.
they might be
Or
the
next-
first one to
and
pull
not
it
anytime
out,
next
not
generation.
anytime.
They're
It took them
probably
20 years for glasses-free 3D, from the Virtual Boy to the new 3DS. So
Yeah, we're still in. I mean, they're still, basically 720p's their
I mean,
standard. I don't see us in the game environment.
The gaming industry itself hasn't even evolved that far ahead yet.
And if you
so,
think
I mean,
about it, how many games are running solid 60 frames per second? 1080p?
not a lot.
Depends on the console
Very
you're
true.
talking about. Once again,
It's cinematic. 30 frames per second.
I bet in 10 years from now, though, we'll have the Order 1886 number 4 will be
Order
coming out.
1840 or 1896 or
The
something.
technical
Yeah.
stuff. That's
Now
the
an
most-
hour less.
That's the most messed up, as far as I'm
Are you-
concerned. When they
and you
gonna
know what,
when they
though?
gonna build the gameplay?
I have a question
Yeah.
though. Honestly, I wonder if we would ever get what was promised to us in those other two consoles, the PS4 and the Xbox One, because didn't they promise us 4K content? And they can barely even maintain 1080p.
No, I've never
Hell,
heard.
man, I'm still waiting on greatness.
I only ever heard 1080p, 60 frames.
Yeah, they got
all the
revised. They got
I can
revised
put it down.
hardware
I
coming
just-
out.
And,
Just
and
bring me
on
more
that,
Final Fantasies and
and I just want to say this: on that, Sony didn't lie to you about waiting for awaiting greatness because you're still waiting. So they're not liars. So you can't get mad at them for it. You're still
Uh-huh.
awaiting greatness. So just
How
chill.
long?
Okay, look,
How long do I have to
let's
wait?
not give the hold on, Coupon. Let's not give the credit for semantics, okay?
I'm just trying to keep Sony honest. Everybody getting mad at Sony. They didn't do nothing wrong.
Let me,
I'm waiting on greatness.
What about those 123 people waiting on their special edition PS4s?
Oh yeah, oh that's sad. Poor guys.
they still waiting too.
My fist are in the air.
I want to talk about
I think I'd rather
waiting.
have the real
What's
PS1 like I have right now.
I was
What's
gonna
up,
say,
Teachers?
speaking of waiting, Kingdom Hearts 3, 2017.
It's
That's not
February.
real. That's not
It's
real.
not coming.
Oh, it's 2018 now.
Yeah, it's never coming.
I don't think that game's gonna come out.
I don't think the game's coming out anymore.
No. You
It's
know what's
Last
gonna
Guardian
happen?
status.
You know what's gonna happen with Kingdom Hearts 3? Kingdom Hearts 3 is gonna end up being 2.5 HD streamed.
Sorry, games. I know
I'm
you
sorry.
Just trying to get
No, you guys, it's just your haters. It's all
No,
good.
I want the game.
Listen.
I want to get just as bad as
Listen to this. Here's the difference between. Here's the difference between. Wait. I want to get.
Let
I
Mega
want to get
speak.
something to this. Hold on.
Go ahead.
First of all, it's nowhere near like The Last Guardian.
Yes, it is.
For we have had a Kingdom Hearts game. Let's see. The latest one was Dream Drop Distance, right? So that actually came out.
That was on
Three years
handheld,
ago.
right?
Handheld.
That's
Yeah,
not
but
three.
still, that's a
No,
Kingdom
on
Hearts
a
game.
console,
Three.
dude. On a console.
No, console.
Console.
Yeah, but guess what?
No console, son.
But guess what?
It's
But
over.
here-
Look at
It's
the
in
kids.
Yeah,
Even
but
worse,
here's
worse.
something. Hold on.
Let the man talk.
Hold on, jeez, man. I can't
Start
even.
muting people.
attacking it, man.
For real. You know what? I might have to do that.
Listen. This is the difference between The Last Guardian and Kingdom Hearts 3. All right, or Kingdom Hearts as a franchise. Last Guardian was never even mentioned for like 10 years. Okay, Kingdom Hearts has been going on for like what? Right now it's in its like 15th year. So honestly, I believe this game is still coming out. It's just not going to be coming out now. I mean, of course, right now we got stuff of Final Fantasy 15. Right, that demo's coming out soon. Right, so Kingdom Hearts 3 is still coming. All right, because the fact is they keep releasing Kingdom Hearts games. Yes, it's not on console, but yet they're still releasing the freaking games. Unlike Sony, where they're not even talking or mentioning or even showing one bit of The Last Guardian. Ta-da! And they actually did show something at the 2.5 remix launch event. They did show something. Okay? So,
You got some
Okay.
damn haters over there, man.
oh my God,
Okay,
man.
hold on.
No,
I
it's
want
just-
Kingdom Hearts. I
no,
want it badly.
It's a little funny to me. It's a little funny
It's
to
not
me because
coming.
no, it's just the way you said it. You were like, well, they released it at the Dream Drop 2.5 HD Remix Duo Maxwell Ultra Form Magnus 17.
He ain't say all
I
that.
just
I
need
didn't
to
say
know.
that.
I just need to see
I'm
more.
being-
I need to know that they're still working on it, and they're
That's-
not doing
that's what
anything else other than saying we're still working on it, or it's
But
pushed
that's
back.
what they
Yeah,
did. They did
please.
show. They did
Alright.
show. That's
What did
my
they
point.
show?
They did show. They showed
Other
it.
than the same cutscenes I've seen over and over again.
They showed
What's new?
They showed new imagery of new enemies. They
Give me
showed his
some
new
links.
Keyblade. They showed everything. It's
Oh, a
just
Keyblade! I'm overjoyed. Keyblade.
They showed new places. They showed all that.
Let me say something now.
People,
Go ahead.
Honestly,
go ahead, Ken.
games. Like you, I really do want this game to come out. I really do want the game to come out. The reason why I don't think it's coming because I'm getting that same vibe as I got from the remastered tech demo of Final Fantasy VII they showed before the PS3 launched.
That was just to show off an engine.
Hey, it doesn't. No, but even still, it doesn't matter. Why would you show that knowing that fans want that? And then what do? They even Final Fantasy 15 doesn't necessarily have a date. It doesn't have a date.
You got the PC version now.
Well, yeah, you got the PC version. Guess what?
PC version? Who cares?
No, not upres or anything. So instead of
just
giving fans a sequel, what do? You keep giving them something they don't want.
Yeah, but that's just like saying,
That's
hey,
like a
you know that
carrot.
that engine that they showed, the Luminous engine, right? With that demo that they showed with the whole dragon and everything. That's not an actual game. That's just to showcase the engine of what
It's
it
like
can
Zelda.
You know what?
like Zelda, like any other engine.
But here's my
I don't
problem
know
with it.
why everybody's
I
going
mean,
on
that's,
like
that's
8.
great, but that doesn't mean. But even
But right
if
now you're acting like if it's like Order 1886 right here, where you're getting excited over just freaking a CGI trailer.
no, I'm
That's
not
all it
You're
is,
saying
man.
that.
upsetting
I'm
games.
not.
You're upsetting.
I'm simply
I
saying
wish I
that
didn't
It's
do
like I know it's
Yeah, you
coming.
shouldn't have. Let's just
No,
move
you-
on.
All right,
You
guys, let's
believe
move on.
it's coming.
Terminator, you got the floor, my man.
Okay, so next topic, the Tantalus, the guys that ported, what was it, Deus Ex, and what was the other one they did, number 3 of Mass Effect, I believe. They handled the Wii U ports of. They have stated last year they said they're working on a big title, porting it to the Wii U. They stated at that point that it wasn't going to be a mature title. But then now we got last week they said that that's still coming. They're excited. It's the biggest project they've ever worked on. So you can assume it's bigger than Mass Effect 3 and bigger than Deus Ex. They did not reiterate, however, the not being a mature game. They did not speak on that again. But they said it's going to be announced soon and released this year. So do we think that that's a game that's already out on other systems, or do you think they're porting a game that's coming later on that is not out yet? I mean, that's kind of the mystery, I think. Once we know that answer, we might have a better guess at which game it might be. I know a lot of people are guessing Destiny, thinking if it's a game that's been out, but I think it's going to be a new game that they're working on a port of that's going to be new, that hasn't been out yet. It's coming out in 2015. But so there's a lot of speculation going on, so I don't know what you guys and Gail are thinking it is. I have a few ideas, but I want to hear your guys'.
Is it a game?
Advanced
coming
Warfare.
They said it's not mature.
Well, they said that
It's
a
a
year
game
ago.
coming to the Wii U. Or
They're porting a multiplat
Uh-huh.
to the Wii U,
Wii U.
from a AAA title, or a AAA title from a AAA publisher. And a year ago they said it wasn't a mature title, but last week they did not reiterate that. They didn't say that again.
So you're alluding to it might be Arkham Knight. That's what you.
That's what I thought, because that game just got revealed as
Right,
mature.
Yeah.
And then there's also a Wii U exclusive getting ported to the PS4.
Wait, if Arkham Knight does come to the Wii U, I'll be so friggin' happy.
But I thought
Arkham Knight
the
does come to the Wii U.
Batmobile couldn't be
Batmobile,
handled
though.
I
on.
will only be happy if the game is
They
released
never
complete.
said that.
I'm sorry, I just couldn't help it.
Oh, the BS statements that Rocksteady has said about the Wii U can't
The
handle
Wii U
the
can't handle the
They didn't actually
Batmobile.
say
But hold on,
those
but you know what?
words.
But hold on. If they release Arkham Knight on the Wii U without the Batmobile, I'd be happy.
I don't
Because
care about the
honestly,
Batmobile
I
or
prefer
whatever.
flying over the city
Yeah, I
than
care less about
driving
the damn
through it.
Batmobile
Like,
anyway.
what is he gonna be doing? Driving around? Like what?
I mean, all Arkham Knight is to me
See rolling.
is Arkham Knight is basically Arkham City with Burnout. That's all it is.
And they took a more realistic approach to the villain.
Yeah.
but
Let's
it was
focus
neat.
on the
You're
Let's focus on
talking.
the question.
Topic at hand,
Yeah.
which is
Forget that I said Arkham Knight. What do you guys?
What do you think?
Let's say if
We're gonna
it's
just
a,
we're gonna call this ADHD at
if
large.
it's a game that was already released on the other systems, that makes the options kind of narrow. If it's not a mature title, I happen to believe it's a game coming out this year that
I
hasn't been
agree.
released.
Yeah.
So go ahead, take it away.
Go
If
down
it
the
ends up
line.
being-
Let's go
What
down
if
the
it-
line.
okay.
I say, what if it could be Mortal Kombat X?
Well,
I wouldn't think that's
Rated
bigger than Mass
M.
Effect. So
that would have been rated M from the beginning. So
Right.
I think if that statement
Yeah,
was true,
no.
then the game from conception wasn't going to be rated M.
I wouldn't
so,
buy that game if it did come to Wii U.
No.
That statement.
There's Naruto Ninja
So
Storm.
Ms. T, why don't you go? We'll go in reverse
Uh,
order.
Damn, I mean, I'm not gonna use obviously now. You're gonna use Arkham Knight, but I mean, what?
We
The
gotta
only
look.
thing I can think of that would be bigger bigger than Mass Effect. That's not. Oh, but that game's rated M, I believe. Oh, damn. I was gonna say The Witcher, but I think that's M.
Yeah, that definitely has lots of nudity in it.
Yeah,
so.
so it's not going to be that, and they would have knew that back then. I don't know. I really can't. I'm hoping it's not Destiny because.
Trash.
Yeah. I don't want
Yeah.
Destiny. I could buy Destiny. I don't want that trash. So.
I'm gonna
I can't-
look down the list of games coming out. Well, if people wanna.
Yeah,
if
go
I
ahead.
see anything notable, I'll like they got them
Yeah,
highlighted.
what's
like
take
the
it
big-
from me? I can't think of anything.
Anybody else wanna speculate? Kind of.
Well, I mean, mine is, I mean, let's go by the fact that they did verify that it would be mature last year, but they, like you said, they didn't reiterate it this time. I think it's a possibility that it could be Advanced Warfare.
I don't
would
know.
you
Call of
think-
Duty's.
Why do you think they would do that?
Yeah.
I mean,
Listen,
because,
you
I
have, to look
mean,
at, you have to look at the history of the type of games they usually port.
Yep.
That gives you a hint of what they might possibly be working on next.
Deus Ex Human Revolution. Yeah, if you ain't got Deus Ex and you got Splinter Cell, shame on you.
Yeah.
'Cause that game's awesome.
The issue for me isn't so much that they said it's going to be a AAA port. It's that, generally speaking, aside from Deus Ex Human Revolution, which is friggin' awesome on the Wii U, when a developer says, okay, a third developer says we're gonna port a game to the Wii U, it's kind of like it's a surprise with a razor blade in it. It's like, hey,
Damn.
Need for Speed
Okay.
Most Wanted is gonna Need for Speed Most Wanted is gonna it's gonna be the best looking version of this game, but you don't get any of the DLC.
Yeah, but
Mass
you're changing the
Effect
topic.
3.
We gotta stay on.
Yeah.
We're
Stay on
trying to figure out
topic.
what
Awesome.
game.
What game
So-
do you think it is?
Jesus, I don't know. I want to say Dragon Age Inquisition, but that's EA, and no way EA is gonna put any money into that port.
Well,
So,
I mean, they
don't know.
gave us through a port. They gave us Mass Effect 3. So
I mean,
that's a possibility.
Yeah, they got
Dragon
the
Age
ties.
Inquisition's the only one I can think of because it's a AAA game. It's huge. I mean, really, you could do wonders with that gamepad.
That's not
That's
mature.
true.
There's a lot of mature.
But it is M-rated. Yeah, that's the
I was gonna say,
thing.
there's a lot of
So,
mature
I don't know.
That's a good guess. I mean,
If it's Call of Duty, I'm
They-
not buying it either.
they did say they hope that we'll be excited. So it's like that was like the final thing they said. They hope that
I'd be
we'll
down with it.
Port,
I'd be
though.
down with Inquisition. I'd be down with that.
What do you think they're gonna port?
Then
So it has to be a popular franchise. So what's a
And, yeah,
popular
they said-
franchise?
AAA publisher. So who are the AAA publishers that would potentially?
EA, Activision, Ubisoft.
No, I mean, what do you think they're gonna port from the Wii U to?
Oh, that's the
Lego
second
City
question.
Undercover.
It has to be Lego City. That's really the only one that could be, and that's why I thought Batman, because that's both.
Lego
Yeah,
City
like-
would be garbage on any other system. Just doing that right now.
Yes, it would. Yes, it
But,
would.
give
isn't
it a chance, man. I mean, come on. They got the touchpad, man. They got the touchpad.
It's a
it ain't
good
gonna
game,
work.
but that game was built around the gamepad,
Right.
so
It
you
ain't gonna
can't
work.
really, unless you want to use your smart glass, guys, or the
Right. I mean, that's what they're gonna have to do.
Hold on.
Use the
Did
Kinect.
they kind of like get rid of that? Or abandon it almost?
It's
yeah,
pretty
but
much.
you kind of need the. I mean, that's really the immersive thing is pulling out that handy dandy gizmo that they give Chase in the beginning of the game, and listening on to people's conversations and junk.
I mean, you
'Cause
can
they're
do
the
without
police.
that because those. I believe Xbox One and PS4 have
Yeah, they have the
gyroscopes.
speakers on the. Yeah, they have
Yeah,
they got
speakers
those.
on the
Speakers, so
phone.
you can get around it, but it just wouldn't be as good. It just
Yeah, it loses that
It
je ne
loses-
sais quoi.
It's just like with Rayman Legends, you know. Rayman Legends plays
Right.
best on the Wii U
right.
because of the Murphy segments.
Hmm.
But the Murphy segments are just like really neuter in the other platforms,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Okay, we got quiet. For
Yeah,
Woo!
I'm not seeing any game
That's
that stands
amazing.
out.
I
Like,
just
Actually-
say wait and see.
I would say Bayonetta 2,
we
but
ain't got no choice but to
No.
wait.
ain't
Wait,
no way
Bayonetta
Nintendo's
just
gonna let
came
that go to other consoles. So
Bayonetta too, no, because they put in that money for that
Yeah.
game. And nobody
That's
else
not
wanted
happening.
that game.
ain't no way.
unless they worked out a deal where Nintendo gets a good
Right,
amount
they
of
gotta
money.
get a cut, right?
Yeah, they get a cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll let you
Go ahead
have
and
it.
do it.
Give us
Yeah,
a cut.
get a cut, yeah.
Yeah, it will be interesting. I mean, if you focus on games that have already been released, like last year, then Destiny, Dragon Age Inquisition.
Not much good. Not much good.
I mean, yeah,
Maybe they'll port Zombie U.
Actual headline.
I hope
They
so.
didn't do that.
that would be tough.
Dude, you should be a stand-up
you know what?
comedian.
I want to watch that game flop so terrible with the controls.
Yeah, I want to see somebody else. I want to see
But-
somebody do
Let's
less.
make it a movie and then
You
they'll
know-
buy it.
You use the Vita for transferring, and you use the Kinect for the same thing on the Xbox One.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
Yeah, good luck with that.
it's gonna be it's gonna be one of those anticlimactic things because
Do they have like a particular date when this is supposed to be going down?
they
Yeah.
said it's gonna be
It said
announced
soon.
very soon.
Yeah.
Oh, they said very
Oh,
soon.
let's
I was
wait and
thinking
see what happens.
You know what? For Nintendo, very soon at this point could mean E3.
But that was
I was
Tandem.
gonna say, I was like
Yeah.
E3.
It wasn't Nintendo that said this.
I mean, they gotta have
so,
something
yeah.
in here because they've got a couple months where there's no big game coming.
That's
so.
when that direct ended when it was just Kirby and Splatoon. I said something to Red Knight. I was like, dude, they need something in between February and May for the Wii U. They absolutely have to have something.
Yeah.
And they've yet to announce anything, so that's
Well,
kind of scary. That's so long.
Yeah, when Nintendo's quiet, something's going on.
Well, you know what?
Or
I honestly
2013.
think, I think there's a big chance that there are a couple of releases coming out in the time frame. They just haven't announced it yet.
Well,
So
I
why
said
not
that.
announce it?
I mean, I honestly think that basically we could possibly even see Woolly World come out. I
They
can't
would be
see them.
promoting that.
I can't see
They
them coming
need
out with the
to.
game like in the summer or the winter time. Like no, like to me that game may drop April.
They're not going to stealth
they're
release
gonna
it.
But they're not gonna stealth release
Woolly
it.
World. Nah, that would be a dumb move.
No, they won't stealth release it, but I think we'll probably have a direct. The next one or two directs will probably talk about it and just tell us the release date.
We'd have to have a direct in the next couple weeks then, because
Right.
you can't release a game
How
in
long?
April. It's
Oh.
March
How long did we know when Kirby was coming out?
since E3.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, we knew it was coming out in
June of 2014 was when they first showed it.
No, I mean we knew the release month.
Oh, the release.
We
They-
didn't
That was
find
the
that
last
out
direct.
until-
We learned about the release.
no,
of
no,
stuff.
No,
That's true, they did.
We know about. I thought it was in December that they actually announced
Right.
like
It
the
was on
release
like a
time
month
frame.
or two. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
I
on
think
like-
it
They
was
gave like
October
it's
or
gonna be
November.
like winter or something.
Yeah, they said the first quarter or something like that.
Yeah,
we knew first quarter.
And
We
then
didn't know February.
when we had the
20th.
direct, they told us the date. but-
Exact date, yeah.
Yeah,
When was that direct?
that was
I'm
on
looking
the
up.
14th.
It was like December 14th, I think.
Yeah, January.
So we have to
January
have something
14th.
now. That thing's coming in April. So
This month,
Well, actually, their directs have been more and more surprising. It used to be like it would be a big date and then they announce it ahead of time, but now it's more like we're here about like maybe a week prior.
Yeah, I
Well,
would
that's
not be
fine.
surprised if they
And
announce a new
And
game.
some have actually been like a few days prior. Like, what the hell, surprise direct?
well, I'm not talking about a surprise direct. I'm talking about a damn when the game coming out.
No, we don't know.
That's we can have a surprise direct all day. I mean, the
Yeah,
thing is,
let us know when
we
the
can't
games
have
are
a
coming.
surprise release
Yeah.
for Woolly World. That's just a bad
Surprise, Woolly World's here. What?
within a month and a half. That's not.
Woolly World
Can
looks
I,
like it would
can I
be
say
an Easter
something
game.
about? Can I say something about the whole what's that company that announced about this AAA game project?
Tantalus.
Tantalus.
Let me find
Tantalus.
the
Tantalizing.
article here.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've seen the article. Well, let's see. I guess the safest guess would have to be Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Oh
Then
god.
again,
Why
that
would you
will
think
be.
that?
Actually, hold on a
Isn't that
moment.
M-rated? Is that M-rated?
Yeah, those are M-rated every time.
Yeah.
There's,
Oh wait, so wait, they're saying that it's
a year
not
ago
gonna
they
be
said it's
M-rated
not a
yet.
mature title.
Destiny isn't, but I hope it's not Destiny. God dang.
Destiny's probably the
Yeah.
most likely if it's a game that's already been released.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Unless it's talking to.
But honestly, if they do it correctly, they could actually do it justice because I mean, I don't want this game, but if you think of the game mechanics and the gamepad, and it has RPG elements, that freaking
Game looks boring as hell. I don't give a damn.
No,
I'm not-
they can
listen,
keep it, man. They can keep
just
it.
letting you know that's a
Maybe it'll be a
possible.
little better, but
Do it.
I'm not getting it.
I'm probably not
I
gonna get it
think,
either.
you
but
know, it'll be kind of bad too at the same time. Like, I
sorry.
was thinking like the Legend of Korra for the Wii U. You know, the same game that came out for the
It's a small
the
game.
other platforms.
It's not a big
Yeah, I
game. Here,
know.
let me read the quote from a year ago. It's a port, but more of a complete rework for the Wii U, a bit like what we did with Deus Ex Human Revolution. I can't say what the title is, but we're very exciting, and it's from an absolutely top-notch publisher.
That's exciting.
And this game will be credited. With Tantalus. It's not an MA/18 or hardcore game, which Mass Effect and Deus Ex are. So from the they do.
It's a game that is going to require more use of the gamepad.
It's a complete rework.
Essentially,
So
because if they're
It has-
reworking it,
It must be a
complete
game that
has been
probably
released.
came out.
That was their terminology, hardcore.
yeah.
It possibly has to be a game that came out like
So look at the game in
Did we-
the last 3 years or so.
yeah, the last 3 years
Yeah,
or so.
It's a AAA title,
It's a
and
AAA title.
it's on all
AAA publisher, whether you
publisher.
believe that there's any AAA publishers as far
It
as
could be it could be right under our nose.
Dragon Quest X.
Yeah.
come on.
Oh, Dragon.
I would
That's
love
the
for that
only,
to be
that's
Dragon
the
Quest, but I
only
don't
thing I
it's
can
gonna be
think
that.
of. It's already no, but it's already on the Wii U. It just needs to be
That's
translated.
what I'm
guys
saying.
bringing
I think
Dragon
my
Quest
last
in.
guess would actually be. I know this may be
It's a
may
Western
be
Yeah, it
it's a
is.
Western game. Can't be Eastern. It's on game.
So it's a
I was
complete
going-
rework. That really changes my thought process.
Yeah, that changed everything. Because Deus Ex.
Yeah.
Deus Ex is a remake of a game that came out in when did it come out?
2012
couple
or
years
11.
ago.
20. I thought it was 2011. And it's
No, I mean
2012.
the original Deus Ex Human Revolution.
Oh, the
That was
Human
2000.
Revolution was 2011, I think.
2011, right?
What
So,
about?
okay.
I know this is far fetched. Alien Isolation
Oh,
Mm, it's not-
or the Evil
Yeah, but that's
Within?
rated M. That's
Isn't
rated
it?
Yeah, they said it's
Oh.
not.
It's
It's
a-
not in the
yeah.
vein of the.
What about
of
the
a
Evil
hardcore.
Within? Is that rated M as well?
Yes.
Yep.
Barbie's
Shinji
Amazing
Mikami.
Adventure.
Yeah.
See, that's what
Yeah.
makes it hard because it's saying it's not a
Yeah,
mature.
Evil
They-
Within's
yeah.
very-
Far
It could have been
Cry,
from
no.
5 years ago, for all we know. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
Right, that's the thing. That's
let's.
what I'm thinking.
Barbie's Amazing
Because
Adventure.
Because if you think
If
about it,
they
they ported
turn
over
out-
Shovel Knight, so childlike.
When
no.
they say top-notch publisher, who's the most respected publisher?
None.
They don't exist anymore.
Nintendo.
Maybe.
Yeah, Nintendo. They're not gonna port something. to
I know,
Nintendo.
but think about it. Maybe like 2K because they're not releasing
Could be
any.
2K.
GTA.
You know
Wait.
what?
GTA on the Wii U.
No, it's not.
It's a mature game. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's you're right. That's
Okay, you have to look at it like this too.
Can't be
Nintendo's
Bioshock either
Nintendo's-
because
Nintendo's
Bioshock's
trying
rated
to-
M.
Nintendo's trying to get everybody into their market. So it has to be.
Borderlands? Oh,
So
it's rated M.
it's a game that they normally would not have, most likely.
Minecraft.
They don't do sports games anymore. 2K is a good publisher. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a sports game though. That doesn't make any sense.
No, they publish GTA. That's 2K,
Oh,
not 2K
sorry.
Sports.
Oh, sorry, I'm tripping. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
What would it be?
I'm trying to look at what.
Okay, could it be in a game by Atlas?
That's not. They're not a.
If it's a
absolute top
Persona
pub-
game, those are rated M.
But they said absolutely top-notch publisher. Like,
I don't
You
know.
gotta
Atlas
think
is
the top
pretty-
of the
I mean, that could be. That's actually subjective.
Yeah, because
I'm thinking of try to get in their mind. I don't think some company that makes some smaller indie games, or not indie games, RPG games that aren't like cream of the crop, like as far as popularity. I'm thinking, of what.
Okay, you know what?
Don't
No,
think
hold on.
it's Nintendo
I got
fan.
one. Well, hold on. Is Tomb Raider rated M?
Yeah.
The
Yes.
remake?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Wow.
And that's Square. I don't
Devil May
think-
Cry, no, that's
No.
I would have
Yeah,
said
too.
Tomb Raider because I mean,
Yeah, that was rated. That was mature from the get-go.
They're bringing
Maybe
Breath of
it's
Fire
the-
back.
Do you think it might be one of the Telltale games, maybe?
No, but aren't those like all rated M except
they?
for the Back to the Future ones? But the zombie ones or Walking
Wolf
Dead
Among
ones are
Us?
M. The Fables ones are rated M.
What about Tales
Um,
of the Tales of series?
Okay,
Jurassic
I'll-
Park ones.
I'm gonna
They've
reach
already
way
been on
back.
Nintendo platforms.
I'm gonna reach way back and just say Power Stone 2 on the Dreamcast.
Maybe
I'd buy
Plants
it.
vs. Zombies. Do y'all
I
think
think-
that one? Maybe Plants vs. Zombies? I
But
don't know.
you gotta
I just-
remember, bigger than
Wait,
I'm
Bigger than
just-
Mass Effect.
Bigger than Mass
Yeah, but that's like a budget.
I don't freaking know because Mass Effect isn't much to me. I've never played it.
It's
so
a big
I don't
game.
know.
Oh,
big game.
Sorry,
This,
just- I
this
don't
sort of, I'll say this. This sort of makes me excited but worried at the same time because I'll tell you this: they better not pull off a Square Enix thing where they announce something. Oh, we got some really exciting game to show you, and then they show
Final Fantasy VII.
Mhm.
Yeah,
The
Final
original
Fantasy
PC
VII.
version.
What you guys
Yeah.
always wanted, the
Okay,
same
Okay,
game you've
but,
already played.
but what about some of those games like Star Ocean?
I would love Star Ocean. I would love Breath of Fire.
I would. Oh my God! This what
Breath
I did
of
for
Fire
Breath
6?
of Fire, a new, well done
dude.
Breath
Yeah,
of Fire.
yeah,
I mean, it could also be. I mean, to be honest, it could also be Final Fantasy 13.
Nah, not
Yeah, but
I'm not
they
gonna
said it's a
reach that far.
current game though.
Hey, I didn't
This
say I
is-
wanted the damn game. I just said it could be.
I'm just not
No,
reaching.
they
that
said it
far.
was a current gen game. I don't think like a re-release
say
of a
that.
game from. Whoa, oh,
They compared it to what they did with Deus Ex as a complete rework. I would think that would mean.
okay. Alright.
I mean, that's just the way they word it. We don't know. We're
Okay,
just-
well, ask yourself what games did not come to the Wii U but came to the other consoles, and it has to be over the last year. Besides Advanced Warfare and Destiny,
Naruto Ninja Revolution Ultimate Storm 52.
No.
Naruto. Naruto.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
curious just to see what publisher it is, and so we can get an idea what they think's a top-notch publisher. If it's like
Dragon Ball Z
Ubisoft
Xenoverse.
or something
No.
ridiculous. Like,
I'd play Xenoverse.
Yeah, I would too. I actually thought that game looked cool, but never mind.
it's maybe I don't know.
Sunset Overdrive.
I wish.
Oh no,
I wish.
no.
I'm sure they were
no.
kissing the ass of that publisher by saying
Sunset,
top notch.
Sunset, that's too much color. Nintendo don't put such colorful games on their system.
In that game,
So
M-rated.
here's a list of 150 games that are not on the Wii U. I'm gonna
Did
read
you-
it.
you-
So
you-
it's teen, I believe. It's teen.
Oh, then you know what?
That's not on the
If it-
Wii U. That's
if
not
it-
mature.
But you know what? Insomniac is a top-notch publisher or developer, rather, whatever.
Yeah,
But
they said
you know,
publisher,
still.
so it's gonna be
Well,
one of the
that would be
big.
Microsoft, so that's not happening. Because that's who published the game.
You got, it could be from the PC realm, could be.
well, you say it's a current gen game,
It
right?
doesn't say
Wait
that
a
anywhere.
minute, hold on.
Where does it say
What
current
is-
gen game?
What if they're talking about Slender the Arrival?
What is that?
You know that Slender Man game?
Elaborate, my good man.
I think it's gonna have to be a
Yeah.
game we've heard of to qualify. I mean, honestly,
it has to be. It has
Can't
to
be
be a
some
really
small-
popular game.
they're saying
Fair
big.
play.
You
biggest
never
project.
heard of the Slender Man?
Yeah, but it's rated M, dude.
I've never even heard
Wait,
of it. What
Slender
is
rated
it?
M?
Yeah, Slender Man. The Slender game is rated M.
Really?
Yeah,
I've
Like-
never heard of it. What is it?
For what I've seen,
it's a horror game.
I'm in the same boat as Terminator. I have
It's
no
this
clue what
horror
you're talking
game where it's about a 4-hour long game where you go into the woods and you have to like follow these clues in order to figure out
about.
what's
That's
going
why I
on.
don't know
But
about
Yeah,
if you
that
do
doesn't
it
sound like a
wrong-
big
If,
title.
yeah, if you do it wrong, then this monstrous dude named the Slender Man will pop out and kill you. And it's rated M. It's
what
on
about?
PC.
Let's look at what
Sounds
Warner
like a game I
Brothers.
wouldn't touch with a 50-foot pole. Anyways,
I'm gonna see what
Right.
Warner Brothers has released, like their interactive game, like their publishing. I know they did, like I said, Batman, but
Is there Striker Gunvolt too? No, sorry.
I think you could rule out Arkham Knight. I'm pretty much. They got the Witcher series, Mortal Kombat,
Those are
the Lego games, the Arkham games, and the Fear. Those are all rated M. So yeah, I don't know. I just it's going to be anticlimactic. I think. I think we're all going to be disappointed. That's my guess.
Lower your expectations.
Yeah. Or it's going to be EA.
I just keep it moving and keep my ear just kind of tilted to the side and see. I didn't say that right, but
I think actually, in terms of a game for a Wii U game from Nintendo to be coming out around April, it might be Mario Maker. You know, because they've been talking about that game quite a bit. You know.
Yeah, but they didn't slate it for the first half of the year when they announced.
Yeah.
I mean, it still could. They could bump it, but I just think they need to let us know right now if there's a game coming out in April.
I don't like. For some reason, I think April. If a game's come out in April, I think it would be Yoshi's Woolly World because I mean it's got eggs. Easter's in April. Eggs.
No.
Easter eggs. No. Okay.
I can agree with that. I also think there's a chance that we may see Devil's Third in the first half.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think they're gonna follow up Kirby with Woolly World. That just would be. I don't think that would be
too
a good.
much cute. Too much cute. Yeah.
I think there's not enough variety there.
Well, no, I mean it'd be 2 months apart. I mean, Kirby was a $40 game.
It's still there.
If anything, Woolly World might be just if they have a direct probably next month and say Woolly World's coming out April, or probably it might be a summer game. You never know.
April's next month, right? It's March today, or no? I think they'd have to have a direct this month.
Yeah, they have to have a direct this month.
Yep.
Yeah, you said next month, so just correcting you there.
It's March 1st, just to let you know that.
Whatever. February's too short.
Mm-hmm.
February.
Anyway, we basically, our guess is we don't have a frickin' clue.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know.
We'll
Don't
just have to
worry,
wait and
I'll
see.
wait.
And just wait and see. That's all that is. I just have to say one thing real quick. Oh, go ahead.
I say it's just fun to speculate.
Yeah. With me personally, at the end of the day, just enjoy yourself. I mean, people play your games, enjoy your games. Don't let people shit over your good time. That's all. Do your thing.
Unless your game's over in 4 hours, then I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. That's not a good investment.
With no
I just
replay
have to say
value,
that.
then I'm sorry.
I just have to say, no offense, but yeah, that's not a good investment. You pay $60 for a game that you can beat in less than a day.
And then there's, I mean,
A day? You mean less than time it takes you to watch a couple of
hey,
movies?
don't be racist against my games, man.
And the hatred.
Public service announcement.
Oh, you know.
Thanks to Massa T.
Oh, goodness. All right, people.
Shots fired.
We're going to be wrapping this up. Do any of you good people have anything you want to bring up before we start doing the outros?
Actually, I do have one more thing to say. Sega did actually came out. One of the big headhunters of Sega saying that they actually are still making Sonic games for the consoles, but that's about it. So
I thought they had one.
all I'm gonna say is,
I thought one was coming out this year for the PS4 and Xbox One, made by Team Sonic.
oh,
Yeah,
Sonic Team.
yeah.
Yeah, that's that supposed rumor, I guess, rumored game.
No,
But,
Sonic
yeah.
crap.
I will say this: I just hope it's a damn good Sonic game and nothing like Sonic Boom. I don't care if it plays like Lost World. At least that's decent compared to that piece of trash known as Sonic Boom.
I think,
there you go.
no offense, but I think it's time to move on from Sonic, man. That's just my
Stop lowering your expectations and your
Just,
your standards.
just make a new character and keep it moving, because you're just putting down that legacy.
Yeah, I'm personally hoping for Busby to come back.
Oh no.
Oh, wow. Because of the cat.
That was a tragedy. Oh,
You need to
Oh my gosh.
But-
What next? What next? Radical Rex?
Who owns Bonk?
Arrow the Acrobat.
But we are getting Toe Jammer
I
Earl,
like
though.
Aero the Acrobat. Don't hate.
Bonk is from
Zero the
Hudson.
Cosmikaze
and-
Squirrel.
But we are getting Toe Jammer Earl, I would hope.
Oh yeah. That article Jimmy
They went
posted
back to
the other day.
Funkatron.
Anyways, moving on. Does anybody else have anything they want to bring up before we start wrapping it up?
Nope.
Nope.
Alright, good to go. This time we're starting from right to left. Terminator Juice.
All right. What's up, Terminator Juice? Interesting podcast, and it was fun. I do want to say, talking about Sonic, in my opinion, the only good Sonic game was Sonic Rush on the Nintendo DS. If you've never played that, that's definitely
I love
the best
Sonic
Sonic game.
And I would no.
I love
No.
that
Sonic
game.
Adventure 2.
Use
I never played
both
Rush.
screens. Sonic would just drop down into the second screen.
It was damn good.
It was awesome. And,
It was
they followed
good.
it up.
It's not the best one.
It's the best one I ever played. I never really liked Sonic. So
Oh,
that's the only one
okay.
I've liked, truly enjoyed playing. So, and Sonic Pinball on the Genesis was pretty fun. The originals are absolute junk to me. So that's what I want to say. The mechanics were
Blasphemy.
terrible. The level design was terrible for me. I just never enjoyed them. Sonic Rush was a great game. So that's I'm gonna end it on a negative. Sorry, Gilligan, if you're a Sonic fan, but Mario was the king.
Oh, hey,
Hey, that's your onions, my good man. That's your
other
onions.
Sonic games.
All right, and that's all I gotta say.
Well, I was gonna say, at least I'm not one of those Sonic fans.
Man, screw that.
Yo,
Freaking
the
Mega
ones
Man
that
has more
tells
work
you
than
to.
both of them.
Are
Right.
we closing?
Outros,
Yeah.
outros, fools.
Yeah, Mr. T, you're up.
Hey, fools, it's Mr. T, and I'm giving my outro. Make sure you go and check out, if you haven't already, my latest PSA on don't be racist against my games. And,
That was funny.
you get a chuckle here and there. So, remember to play Nintendo, fools.
Priceless.
Word. Mega, you're up.
All right, so it's been good. Yeah, Sonic, man, he needs to get on that good stuff. But anyway, I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna go play with the other mascot, freaking the one who actually does work, Mega Man. So I'll see you guys. Bye bye.
Right.
What was the last Mega Man game? I forgot. Exposed.
Man, he does more work than freaking Mario. Good
Oh, outro.
Okay. Red, you're up.
Yeah. I'm gonna go deal with racism against consoles, because we can't have those mixing of the Nintendo and Sony and Sega and TurboGrafx PC engine. So I'm gonna go deal with that and get my butt kicked by King K. again.
Alright, Coupon.
Yo, Coupon here. This diva is gonna go and relax with some Art of Balance and let you guys deal with the whole Mega Man and all that stuff and Sonic whatnots and racism and whatnot. So I'm out.
Word. Gilligan, you're up.
This is Gilligan Stats, and I'm playing as Sonic, fighting against Markiplier in Super Smash Brothers.
You're not fighting.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Alright. Dr. Feelgood.
Hey, what's up, guys? Know what I'm saying? So just be sure you go
Oh,
check
God.
out that Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, because that game, like I said, I played it at E3, and at that point, it was a full purchase. You know what I'm saying? Even though all it was a video, it was a full
You played it at
purchase.
Best Buy.
That's pretty good. That's pretty
I
good.
watched the video, and it was a full purchase. That's all I gotta say. Don't be racist. Go out and support the developer.
Saw that fur.
And like I always say, and like I always tell my,
cranky.
like I always tell all my fans out there, keep it gaming as long as it's less than 4 hours a day.
Real gamer.
Right. Okay, peoples, and it's me, the Good Shepherd. This has been an ADHD at Large podcast. I don't even know what to say. Y'all, hope y'all enjoy. Check out these people's channels. All the best.
Send all your hate mail to Mr. Red Fox.
This is Red Fox and Dr. Feelgood.
Make sure you go get your medication, everybody. God dang.
All you Sonic fanboys, send your hate mail to tjuice at don'tgiveashit.com.
Oh, and you know where it's a coupon strides. Let me look at my wallet, see how many 2 fucks I give.
There you go.
All right, and I'm done. Bye.